holiday treats, and feast. Parcels packed with flavor. We moved out west in the 1960s to British Columbia, leaving Ontario behind, and everything felt different. The air was drier, the winters carried a new kind of bite, and the familiar faces of cousins, aunts, and uncles were far away. I was only a kid, but even then, I knew Christmas would not feel the same. There was one thing that tied us back to home, and that was the sound of the postman's boots crunching up the driveway. My brothers and I would run to the window the moment we spotted him with a brown paper-wrapped parcel tucked under his arm. A package from Ontario had arrived, and that meant Christmas was about to get a whole lot brighter. We crowded around the table with my parents, wrestling with the twine. It seemed to take forever, but at last the paper gave way, and we could peek inside. Right on top was a tin of Grandma's ginger snap cookies. They smelled of ginger and cloves the moment the lid was lifted, and we all grabbed one eagerly. Tucked alongside was a chunk of Uncle Ed's cheese wrapped in wax paper that had already started to split at the corners. Somewhere near the bottom, we found Aunt Shirley's fruit cake, heavy as a brick, but dotted with raisins and nuts that made it look cheerful. There were a few surprises, too. A few hard candies, some loose nuts rolling around in the folds of the paper, and a bundle of Christmas cards. The cards were covered with signatures from cousins, some written so small they nearly ran off the page. Others crammed in with doodles that they had drawn themselves. The part I waited for most came wrapped in tissue, a little softer to the touch. Snow apples, the kind my aunt and uncle grew in their orchard back east. Some people called them famous apples, but to me, they were simply known as the best apples in the world. The skins were streaked red and pale, and when you bit in, the flesh was crisp, sweet, and just a little tart. The first bite always had me reminiscing. In a distant, I was still back in Ontario, racing between the trees with my cousins, the sound of our shoes crunching on the fallen leaves. I could hear my cousins calling as we chased each other down the rows, ducking behind tree trunks, daring one another to climb higher. The sound of laughter echoed in my ears, and for a moment, the miles between us disappeared. All of it was held inside that single bite of an apple. Out west, our Christmas looked different. We made new friends, started new traditions, and slowly it began to feel like we belonged here. Looking back, it was never just about the food. It was the way that the box pulled us all closer. That parcel had a way of reminding us that even though we had moved out west, we were still held close in the hearts of those we loved. A simple parcel filled with food had the power to do what distance tried to undo. It carried flavor, yes, but more than that, it brought us home. Merry Christmas from the Paawz house. See you tomorrow.